Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book, and
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
Proud of it. Hello and good morning, live from Mashpee TV. It is Chris and Stephanie. I'm excited to have you on today.
I'm excited to be here, even though I didn't know I was going to be here.
Listen, you answered the call, and that's all that matters.
So I was saying, I'm on my way here, enjoying the fact that I couldn't see the political signs in the fog.
Yeah, that was actually kind of the benefit of having it nice and foggy out. You forgot what's out there.
I turned around, went home, and brushed my hair, combed my hair, or brushed my teeth and combed my hair. Got out of my pajamas.
You got classy, everybody, for me. I feel pretty special.
And here we are.
I know. Yeah, it is a foggy one out there this morning if you haven't been outside just yet. Well, that's the way it looks right now. And I am so ready for this political season to be over.
What do we got? 12 more days?
It's going to be the longest 12 days. It's like turning up to like crazy town.
Whatever happens, whoever wins, I just hope it's in a wide enough margin. We're done.
Yeah, right. Like no second guessing. No, we're going to let's second vote, whatever nonsense they're going to drum up to drag it on and abuse us with for longer periods of time. No, thank you.
I want to be done.
Seriously.
I want to be done.
We need to heal, everyone.
Let's move on.
I love this beautiful set that we have. Thank you very much to our friends, Mashpee TV, Chris Ball. Also, Justin, who does a lot of the editing, a lot of the work around here.
Well, what we like to say is, I'm the boss, Justin's the brains, but then, we also have Melissa and Mike, who are a very big part of what we do. And, it's a great team, and, we have a lot of fun.
We'll talk about Mashpee TV a little bit because you are seemingly always at our fun events in town. We love seeing you. It's the highlight of a lot of people.
Well, that's the great part about this job is, we're out to have fun. We're a 501(c) contracted by the town to cover events, and we get to go to football, everything from football games to graduation to town meetings to all the meetings at town hall. Your breast cancer walk, the big 0.5K.
How much fun did we have?
that was a great event, and breast cancer awareness month, something that's very close to my heart.
Yeah, for sure.
Yours. We had Canine Kara's birthday that day.
So cute.
In her pink tutu, and had. I know her as Coach. You call her Martha. Playing the bagpipes.
It was so good. She was so wonderful.
And
I didn't know you had already known her.
I know her through a mutual friend, and I met her a few times a few years ago, and we've talked on the phone.
Yeah.
Because we have certain alliances that we.
The Bagpipers Alliance?
No, something to be true, it's AA, people that are in trouble. And I was on the board of Gosnell for 10 years. So we've helped different people out over the years.
You have worn so many hats in your lifetime. I feel like you have just been involved. Every time I feel like you and I talk, there's a new layer of Chris that I find. And I'm like, wow.
Well, every time I turn around, there you are. I'm like, can I get this woman out of my life?
God, wow. She's been out of my life my whole life. Now she's here all the time.
Can't get rid of her.
What's up, Josh? Curtis, Sandy, thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning. We're live at Mashpee TV, which, by the way, you can get on HD 1072. If you are not getting it on that channel, that means you don't have the right box. Go and trade out your box, or you can call 1-800-COMCAST and they will swap it out for you.
Yeah, and you know what I came to our realization this week? We had David Vieira here doing a segment on the Mashpee update.
He's a talker. I love David.
Oh yeah, and as so was Kathy. They both great interviews. But David was telling me that he thinks we're the only HD channel in the Cape so far.
Really?
And he said Falmouth doesn't have it. And then I went on the internet and checked all the other
did it get
community
stressed?
access channels, and I think we're the only ones so far.
Look at what we're doing for your eyes, everyone.
So-
1072 HD TV, and you're gonna need to get a little bit more hair and makeup in here. We're gonna
Well,
get
that's
a
why I
little
went home and brushed
closer.
the teeth.
That's it. Spackle it up. We're getting ready to go.
But we had town meeting the other night,
Yep.
which
I
was
saw you setting up for that. That looked really like a big setup.
well. The great thing about that, well, first I never sleep the night before because
I don't think he sleeps at all.
you never know what's going to happen, and
Between
you
you
always
and Cindy Jones, I think the two of you are up at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
sometimes before
She's
that.
making scones, and Chris is plotting how he's going to map things out to be set up. It's crazy.
And Cindy and I are texting at that hour of the morning sometimes, going, well, what are you doing? Go back to sleep.
Right?
But I get nervous, because it seems like YouTube or the new servers or something throw something different at us every time.
That's technology. It's one of the things that I've really learned to have a little bit more patience with. Just, coming from my dinosaur radio days of, most of the time it works.
It changes every day.
But yeah, ebb and flow with it because it's technology.
But we've got the same team between us and Access AV, the guys at Access AV, Doug and Tracy and their crew. And we just, what used to take us 5-6 hours to get right. I mean, we're at 3 o'clock. We started setting up about 12 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, we're all sitting there staring at each other and go, what do we do for the next 4 hours?
Well, it's better to not be up against the time. We've all been sweating an event where we're like, oh my God, we're never going to make it. Nothing's working.
And we sit there and, and now we have the clickers for the voting, which, it's our third
Fancy.
time working with them. But I got to say, Justin and Doug and Tracy and those guys, the technical end of it, we went off without a hitch, and I was very happy and very proud of all of them.
Right. Yeah. That's that moment where you're like,
I just jinxed myself.
right.
But,
Absolutely. You threw it out there.
but then, you got John Miller, the moderator, who keeps things rolling, flowing, and
He's really involved also, which is really nice. We definitely need some more involvement in this town. If you're looking for something to do, or maybe wanted to wade into something that is involving our town here in Mashpee, please do so. We are desperate to fill a lot of our committees and for involvement in general. Good morning, Serafina. Lou, what's up, my friend? Mary O'Keefe, who is always involved and always putting her hat in the ring. Decoration committee met yesterday. If you feel like decorating, we'll talk about that for our Christmas extravaganza we have coming up. It's going to be quite a market for you. Cindy, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning, Lemonadio, all in capital letters. Thank you. Good morning to you, miss. So,
speaking of those committees, I think John announced the other night, and I know this has been an ongoing thing, that we've got 30 vacancies in 19 different committees that they're trying to fill. I think, is it affordable housing, Stephanie? They got nobody at this point?
I threw my hat in the ring. I submitted my resume to Miss Carol Sherman. So, Carol, let me know when you need me. I'll be there. I'll be a party of one.
You can vote yourself chairman.
I am now chairman.
You can do vice chairman.
This, right? Look at this, Chris. This could be the space for me.
Oh, I'm just getting messages from Macedonia from my friends out there that listen to you now and family, and they're all saying, how'd you get on there?
Yeah, right. Hi, everyone in Macedonia. I know zero things about Macedonia. I started doing a little investigation when you said you had a place there, and then so many friends and family members there.
Yeah. So it's great. So you got a worldwide audience.
I love this. Look at us here, Lemonadio and Mashpee TV, making worldwide audiences. It's a good morning, everybody. So here we are, 1 week away from Halloween, 2 weeks away from the election.
Why did you put your costume on so early?
Sorry, Chris. I don't even know what I'm going to be. Usually I've got 14 costumes at this point in time. And I did roll out the Jack Skellington dress yesterday. Everybody was really excited to see it. I know. My husband's like,
you look very elegant in your pink dress at
my pink
0.5K.
So if you do not know what Chris is referring to, Kat Wilson and I hosted a 0.5K, which was 2 laps around the Mashpee Commons field. And it was really a pretty spectacular day. It was a chilly one for sure, but we had a great turnout. Next year is going to be even bigger. We're going to do it a week earlier. What show? Cindy Jones, you and I had a conversation. We'll talk.
But
We'll talk.
it was, you know, it was fun. I mean, you guys had a lot of fun. You had the confetti cannons at the end, and
My favorite was I booked the bagpiper for a 15-minute set because I didn't know, and that was enough to complete the 0.5K. So that was
and
really nice.
more.
Right, and to end it. So it was wonderful. We had bagpipes to start and end our race, and it was pretty awesome. So I had a good time. I actually miss our farmers market people. We are going to be seeing them. We've got a special event coming up.
What's that now?
November 17th is our Clam Jam. And we are going to be out there with amateur stuffies. So we've got 10 people signed up right now to make their amateur stuffed quahogs. I got a giant trophy.
You need any taste testers?
I do need a judge.
No,
So it's only for professionals. We can't let everyone have it because Christine will kill me at the Board of Health. I'm trying to make friends over there. It's only for a certain select judges. But to come and cheer them on, we've got a live mermaid that is going to be there. We've got.
How big's the tank?
It's like Splash. Channel your inner Daryl Hannah at the Mashpee Commons. We'll have some vendors. We've got a live band. I'm pretty pumped for it. Michael Spellman is going to be there with his group, the Conspiracy of Noise. And they're really good. They're fun. They do some new stuff, some old stuff. I heard one of their bandmates singing Teddy Swims. I'm all about it.
I'm sorry. So November
17th.
And where?
Mashpee Commons.
Right in the Commons?
Right
or
in the Commons.
Or are we up by the library?
We're going to be up by the library. And we might be we're going to be from the band up. So from the band stage up. A little bit down, a little bit up.
Okay, up by Knockabout? Will Knockabout still be
That's
open?
it. We've had over 200 applications for our Cape Cod Christmas market. So it is going to be a very vibrant market this year, Saturday and Sundays from November 24th till December 15th. Weather dependent. If it's bad weather, don't come. I'm working on trains.
Define bad weather.
Snow, it's hail, sleet.
You told me you couldn't friggin' drop 4-letter words here.
Snow.
You told me no F-bombs, and now you're saying snow.
I know it's not the 4-letter word
All
we're ready
promises
for.
are off.
Well, especially since we've had such a nice stretch of warm weather here. It took me going to Miami to bring back the warm weather, apparently. What's up, Carlos, Nathan? Good to see you guys this morning. Carlos, another parent from Mashpee Middle High School, and we've got Senior Day. It's on.
It's on, but I guess the bugs have flown away, and we're on. Starts at 6 o'clock. They're going to do all the schools, and I think it was yesterday because they said they had to. The announcement that went out on Monday, just before town meeting started, was that they had to give 2 days notice before they sprayed.
Mm-hmm.
So I can count, you know.
Yeah.
So I went,
proud of you.
So I didn't even take off my shoes. So I said, I didn't have to, it's only the 3. But anyway, we went, I figured it happened yesterday, and I guess they're spraying all the trees. I guess they figured out that artificial turf, you know, it doesn't attract bugs. But
seriously, Mashpee.
They sprayed everything else, and we're on for senior night. So they start at 6 o'clock with some of the other sports, and I think football they're doing at halftime, but I'm not sure of that. But
I feel bad for those boys. They're gonna look all sweaty in those photos. Probably like it better. It's more adds the ambiance of being the football player.
But sometimes they do it before. So I'm not sure, and I don't think they're sure yet, because all of a sudden on Monday at noontime, when I got to the high school to set up, I asked Coach Treveri, I said, you know when you're playing, it's senior night on? And he goes, I honestly don't know yet, but we'll know
He's a Bill
today.
Belichick, that one. It's a game time decision. We'll talk then.
Yeah. We're on to the playoffs.
We're on to the next. Oh, absolutely. Coach Treveri had those kids and has had those kids at that school really watching film, really, really, really dissecting this. This is a Southeast Conference.
Well, Cohasset is 3-3.
Yeah, they're really good.
But they've played some really tough teams. So they're big.
Yeah.
So they're expecting a good game on
Yeah.
Friday night, and I understand the quarterback's been cleared to play. So
We're hoping for a big win here. And I know those boys have put in so much extra work over the last few weeks.
are you going to
Firsthand.
Are you going to be at the game?
I'm going to be at the game.
All right, you owe me, so you come up and visit.
I absolutely will.
I'll be announcing the game, so
Oh, yay.
we'll be there.
Definitely come and see us for the first time. We're going to have Friday night lights this season, right?
Friday Night Lights, first time of the season,
Right?
at home, because everybody else is playing at night.
I know they're going to need a big cheering section for sure. It's a tough team, and the boys have done the work. So we're looking forward to a good game. I'm hoping for them. Hello, Miss Emily. Emily has been working diligently behind the scenes for Lemonade.io to gather some prizes, auction items for our clam jam. It's a big fundraiser for Lemonade so that we can pay for our food vendors to be free at our farmers markets. I think it's
Wow.
really important to bring that. Mashpee, if you did not know, is a food desert, and we don't have an active working farm. Shout out to our one farm, Sprout Farms, for doing a fabulous job in servicing us, but we definitely need some more access to fresh
Where's
food.
Sprout Farm?
In Mashpee?
Where?
Right over on Quiniquisette.
Oh yeah, I think I live next door.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute, don't you live? It's like, don't you live over there? Not that I'm giving your address, 42 Wallaby Way.
Well, I remember I lived in my house for 45 years. I remember that they started out, they had a cart at the end of their driveway with a truss box in it.
I love that though.
And yeah, absolutely. And now they've gotten bigger and bigger and bigger.
Exactly.
And it's like, wow. And my wife, when she was still alive, was, every day she would walk over and get vegetables, fresh
I love
vegetable,
that.
and come back. And, they've expanded over the years. They're great neighbors.
Yeah.
And, Phyllis is on the sewer commission. So, giving back her time.
Yeah.
And, at one time, well, I had Chad Smith living on one time, who was at that time chairman of the sewer commission. Phyllis on the other side. I used to say, well, you two just meet in the middle.
Yeah, that's it.
And talk, you know what?
Talk at the farm. Talk, you know what? Crap. Wait, that's 1, 2, 3. That's another 4-letter word. Sorry, everybody. Hello, Tammy. Phyllis and Jay are hardworking and awesome. I'm going live on KKL Facebook, so stay tuned. I'll be looking for you, Nate. And good morning, Miss Kelly. Thanks for joining us. Good morning from Justin and Charlotte and Amelia. Hello, Justin Shanahan. Thanks for joining us on the show today.
He's up. He's out of
Yeah,
bed.
he's
Oh,
up.
wait a minute. He's got the kids today.
Oh,
So he's up.
he's got things to do. He's got dad duty to do.
Good morning, Papa.
So cute. He is such a hard-working dude.
He is. He's everywhere. He's
Mhm.
everywhere.
And you got your hands full right now. I'm dealing with the hands full of cleanup from older children for while dad and mom were away.
So how was Miami?
Hot. And the weather was terrible. We ended up getting stuck on the cruise ship the whole time except for one day. So I got to see Bahamas for one day.
So what? So was this like a 3-day cruise? 4-day
Yeah. It
cruise?
was a 4-day cruise, and we were celebrating my my bestie Eva with her 60th birthday, and we had a really good time. One of our friends, Daniel, is actually the piano player, the entertainer at the piano bar on the ship.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so he lives quite an interesting life and sees quite a lot.
But it was funny because early on, when my wife and I first got married, we did a lot of cruising on the bigger ships. Then we got into National Geographic, Lindblad trips, and
Amazing trips.
smaller boats. And but I remember my wife saying this one time, because at the time I was tending bar at Bobby Burns for years, and she goes,
Another hat.
everywhere we go, you know somebody. So she goes, we're going on this cruise and you won't know anybody. Got on the cruise ship, the first friggin' hour, somebody goes,
Hey, Chris.
I can't believe it.
Right? You can't go anywhere.
Can't go anywhere.
Can't
It must
take
be
this
like
in.
you.
It is honestly. The last time I was at the Bahamas, I was spotted by a Cape Codder. It was very funny because I was laughing at the top of the slide at Atlantis, and I heard Stephanie. I looked down and I'm like, oh my God.
Well-
Hey, Jen.
Well, I know you've been on the radio forever, but I'm sorry, radio is not TV.
Right.
I mean, you're live streaming now. So, I mean, how many years have you been live streaming? It's not like we're looking at your face
Well,
every day
right,
now.
right. That's true. Sorry, you're stuck with it. I've only been live streaming on Lemonadio for the last year. So we
Okay.
were just the radio station before that. My husband said, yeah, you have to get on camera. And I'm like, I don't want to get on camera. Nobody needs to see this in the morning.
I told you the
Like,
story like last week.
Yeah, right.
We're reworking some PSAs for Heroes in Transition. They're Ruck for Hit this year. We're working all of a sudden, Justin goes, "Is that Stephanie?" And I go, "I don't know." He says, "That's her smile." And I said, "Turn up the audio. I can't tell." Well, the second I heard the voice, well, it's
yeah,
Stephanie.
that's her. There
So,
she
and
is.
then I find out, you've been a driver for 3 years.
Yeah, I have actually. This will be my 4th year with Heroes in Transition. All the paperwork is starting to roll out, Miss Cindy Jones. So you got to come on my show and talk about Heroes just a little bit, because I heard you on some other terrestrial dial stations, and I was like, why is Cindy Jones not on my show? And then she says, what show? So I've got to remind Cindy Jones.
I'll get on her.
Yes,
Get
please. Kelly said that laugh. We all know it. Good. I'm glad it makes you happy, Miss. And thanks for joining us here on the show. We're live at Mashpee TV. Since we are live streaming, you can also get Mashpee TV's live stream. So in case you miss any event that is going on for our town here in Mashpee and you want to see it, whether it's a parade, whether it's the kids, you do a really good job of highlighting some of our fabulous athletes, some of our great kids, and some community projects that are in town, whether it's the Cape Cod Children's Museum or events that are happening in the Commons. I love seeing Mashpee TV just celebrating our town.
Thank you.
Needs to be there more. We appreciate you so much.
Can I back up to breast cancer one last
Yes,
time?
of course you can, because we were talking about your wife and we were talking about cruises and
The post office.
yeah,
Do their breast cancer awareness month.
yeah.
Mashpee post office every year does a fabulous job. There's like a competition between
Shout
post
out
office,
to my mail lady, Jen. Hey.
and every year they're selling stamps and they're pushing stamps, and they're 85 cents, but the additional money goes to breast cancer research. And every year, like I said, Mashpee's like, I think, one of the top 5 in the nation or the state. I'm not sure. One year they were number 1, another year they were number 2. So, get out there, support them, and support breast cancer.
Yeah.
And I buy too many stamps. And
You had me laughing because you're buying like all these sheets of stamps. I'm like, what the hell are you mailing? When was the last time you mailed something?
I give them out as gifts to people.
That's cool.
And I give them to people that think that technology, sounds,
We all have
sorry,
those
that was a
friends.
5-letter word.
We all have those friends.
But they use them, for Christmas cards.
Yeah.
They're not the ones that are sending out email Christmas cards.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, I think that that's still the times in which we do mail stuff out, is this time of year.
yeah. And like I've got 5 sheets in the back of the car. Remind me to give you a couple.
Yes, please. I'll use them for my Christmas
And
cards.
I say to
Thank
people, use them up, please. Because you can use them year round, and
Yeah.
it brings awareness year
That's
round.
it. Yep, exactly. Support the cause. It's just not in the month of October. So it's definitely something to be cognizant of, and support your local groups also. Dana-Farber does a really good job with their treatment. We've got the Women's Early Detection Fund, which we raised $1,000 for. Thank you very much for your help on that one. And we'll make that. I was like, Cliff, where do we get a big check? I want to do a big check delivery. So speaking of big check, I heard the Mashpee Farmers Market just got supported by Rockland Trust. So
Wow.
we're accepting a big check on November 17th at the Clam Jam. And we'll be talking to Patrice Pimentel, who does an amazing job really supporting local. I mean, she was driving a van last week and just stopping people as they were checking out of their groceries and paying for them. Like, that's kind of cool. Or stopping people at the pump and paying for their gas right then and there. So Rockland Trust does an amazing job of supporting our local. And not just that, a lot of our banks are really pretty fabulous. I know Patty over at Cape Cod 5 does an amazing job too. And we've got Michael, her husband, on the air with us on Lemonadio.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
It's a true community station, everybody. We're here supporting Mashpee TV right now. And don't forget to follow them and like them on YouTube so you don't miss a moment of what's going on here in our town. Whether it's one of our farmers markets or whether it's something fun and local. We appreciate you.
So local vote, or early voting has started.
It has begun.
So you can go to town hall.
I'm always nervous to vote early.
Why?
I feel like it will get lost or someone forgotten. I know it won't, but it's like this mental thing that I have of like, what if something happens?
Well, you just want to go so you're within the crowd that votes on election
I
day.
don't think so.
You want them to see your face.
No, I don't think so. I had an incident last year when I was voting.
You did?
I forgot to turn in my census. So they took me off the thing. And so I had to like show my ID, and then he was giving me a hard time about something. And so I was a little bit vocal about it on social, and Carol Storman immediately reached out to me. And I said, Carol, I'm not just a Facebook complainer. Like, I'll go and help. I'll show up. I'll hold things. I'll check people in. I'll do whatever it is that you need to do. So that still stands. I will assist you in any sort of voting day situation if you need help.
Well, Debbie Kay, our town clerk's always looking for help because now they have 3 places to vote.
That has turned a lot of people into like a panic mode.
And, so now she needs to man 3 different locations. So it makes it tougher. So I know she's always looking. In fact, one town meeting a few months back, she was looking to see if they could, because so many people are mail-in voting, early voting, et cetera, you don't have the turnout that you did. And she was trying to shorten the hours so that,
the volunteers aren't working so long.
Yeah, so you didn't have to have 2 shifts. You could have 1 shift at each
Let
place.
me tell you, getting volunteers has been a stretch and a difficulty for absolutely everyone. I'm not saying that nobody wants to do stuff. Maybe we're just not communicating it properly. Maybe we've got to find a better way to reach people and where they are at and get them going.
Yesterday, I think it was yesterday morning, I heard we were up to 24 million people that early voted nationwide so far. So I go, 24 million. I go, how many registered voters are there?
Right.
So I of course did the Google thing and came up with 168,000 people, or 168 million people voted on in 2020.
Okay.
So there's still
we're not even a quarter of the way there.
We're not. It's not a blip on the radar yet.
No. But I mean, it is nice to know that people are getting out there and at least voicing their opinion.
But there's early voting this week, I think, including Saturday. You can look on the town clerk's website all next week, and I think you can early vote on the 4th, the Monday before. But I'm not positive on that, but you can early vote pretty much right up to election day.
Yeah, and definitely read the booklet that comes in the mail for you for the questions, and at least try and get to know about it. And if you have questions, just start asking people, ask around. I've always like asking what people's opinions are of the questions, because I'd like to see if they've read it a different way than we're not lawyers. I don't understand half of the things it says sometimes. So you have to really read it several times before you understand what it is exactly saying. It's a little tricky for me.
Well, we were having this discussion yesterday. I was having this discussion with a couple of people, and they were like, well, this year it's not bad, but in years past, and this is, I think, 6 questions on the ballot, at least here it's 6 questions. Most of the states it's 5. Most of the state it's 5 questions, but this is the most they've had on the ballot in many years. This many questions, but you have to read them because sometimes yes means no and no means yes.
That's what I don't like.
But this year it's not as convoluted as that. But but you're right. You have to sit there and go,
right. And I need a 3rd opinion. I need a 4th opinion. Can somebody just read it to me and say it to me in baby words? Thank you.
Okay. English 101, please.
Talk to me like I'm 5 and go. Jenny, well, good luck to you if you're at Dana-Farber today, sending you hugs and love. Kelly, yes, there's something special about getting a physical Christmas card. Jenny Wheeler, shout out to our friends over at the Family Table Collaborative. They're actually doing an indoor farmers market this winter.
Where's this now?
Family Table Collaborative.
Where's this?
Used to be the old Riverway Lobster House.
Oh, okay, yeah. Down
Yep.
there, right by Bass River Bridge
Yep.
there.
So they do prepared meals. They've got a fabulous chef I hear in there, a couple of fabulous chefs. And they do a lot of, how many meals are you guys at this point that you're feeding Cape Codders just because they're hungry? No pre-qualification, no having to say you need anything. They do a really good job. They've got a partnership with Whole Foods. Has anybody seen the new Whole Foods? I haven't been in.
Where is it?
In Hyannis. They just made it bigger and moved it down the road.
Really? So where is it
So
now?
it's in that old Kmart Plaza that they're revamping.
Okay.
So like they're the first one to be opened
So
there.
they're their anchor. It
Yeah,
sounds
they
like?
sent, if you live in Mashpee, you definitely got a coupon mailer.
I didn't get one.
You didn't get one?
I didn't get one.
You missed half of Mashpee.
I didn't get one. Wow.
He feels left out.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, right. My sister has. Oh, well, send your sister a lot of love. Hello, Miss Amy. Susan, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Susan's got her full-on witchy woo happening at the Barnstable Comedy Club. If you're looking to come and listen to some real-life ghost stories, how fun is that? It's going to be the day before Halloween, and you can pop over there and see Susan and hear some of her great stories. And definitely be in a room. Have you been into the Barnstable Comedy Club at night?
I haven't been in it during the day either.
It's you feel presence.
Okay, so where is it?
It's right by the courthouse.
I don't go near the courthouse.
Areas Chris avoids. Check. Got it.
Spent too many days.
What-
We won't talk about that.
Yeah,
now.
right. What's up, Elizabeth? Thanks for joining us on the show today. I've got Chris Ball from Mashpee TV. We're here at Mashpee TV. If you want to watch all of the things that they are filming in HD, make sure you check out channel 1072. 180,000 plus nutritious meals provided to Cape Codders from FTC.
Wow.
That is a lot of people we're
That's
feeding.
impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. And that area is super haunted. That's where they run all the ghost stories and ghost tours in Barnstable, right on 6A.
Ever gone to New Orleans and gone on one of their ghost stories?
That is like on my list of places to visit. And
Oh yeah, you go. You get there and you meet like at midnight,
yeah,
and they take you through the cemeteries.
I
and-
would absolutely love that. My husband mocks me, but I watch all of those bad teenage shows on the CW, like Vampire Diaries. Oh, it's not the CW anymore, but whatever it was. And they were set in New Orleans. And I feel the need to go there at some point. I just haven't been able to do it.
Been
I am
there-
doing
I've been there
Nashville.
many times, and Nashville I've only been once.
I'm going back to Nashville to watch the Pats lose. What is happening, Pats fans?
Oh, we got the Jets this weekend at home.
This has been such a struggle season.
Oh boy.
It's been one of those seasons where you're like, I'm a Patriots fan.
What if I saw the one the other day? Bill
Patriots fan.
Belichick standing there with a sign. Do you miss me yet?
He wasn't making a difference either. Are you checking in with me from your vacation, Don, who is in Cabo right now? Good for you.
Cabo San Luis.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting
Good
place.
times?
Interesting place.
Well, you are a worldwide traveler. Before, your wife passed, you guys vacationed and checked she wanted to go.
We went. That was what we
was
were
her
traveling
drive.
before anyway. But then, that was got her. My wife battled breast cancer for 20 years, and she would go to the doctor each time and say, "This is where I'm going next. Get me ready." And there'd be times. I can remember one time we were getting ready to go to Arctic Norway to see more polar bears, and we were literally waiting to get approved for a certain medication, and we were sitting in the doctor's office and going through all the red tape with, because she was on one of these programs with Dana-Farber,
Yep.
study programs, waiting for them to get approval from the drug company and everything else, and we're sitting there, and the doctor's standing there, actually sitting there with the prescription in his hand, waiting for them to say,
That is
go
so
ahead.
absurd.
handed her the medication, and we drove to the airport.
Off to see the polar bears.
And we were, she actually, when she passed, had her next trip planned, and we didn't make it. But she has since had her ashes. We divided them up into many packages, and she's in the gorilla graveyard in Rwanda. She's in the Galapagos. She's in Arctic Norway. People, take ashes. Oh, I want to spread some on this.
That's
ashes.
amazing.
So, she's, in Arizona. She's in Newport. She's everybody. But we did a lot of traveling and a lot of different, Antarctica.
Really, really cool trips, like some really amazing trips. If you're a travel bug or you've got a question, this is the man you need to talk to because he's most likely been there at some sort of adventure. So that's really, really cool that you have that.
And everybody says, what's the favorite? To me, it was always the Galapagos Islands.
Well, yeah. Hello. Like, how do you not? Darwin, let's go. That seems pretty incredible. Seems like a lot of travel. That must have been a lot of wear and tear on her, but that energized her, huh?
She was fearless. She taught yoga a few nights a week and worked at Municus during the day, and she never quit.
Pretty special lady right there. Once again, make a donation to any sort of breast cancer research. Let's get this gone for sure. 5 a.m. over there watching some boats. Tell your husband I adore him to death and let him sleep. Enjoy your morning, Don. Hope the coffee's good, but I'm sure the tequila was good last night, which is probably why he's sleeping.
Hey, the other morning I think it was yesterday morning, I'm watching TV I turned on the TV at 4. I'm already up. And,
yeah.
I
Don's
start with
an
that
early
Morning America first lighter.
Yeah, the first actual live show that happens.
And right after Kelly and whatever, but
whoever it is.
Mark is his name, whatever her husband's
Mark
name.
Swellos.
So anyway, I'm sitting there and oh yeah, we have a story on these old ladies on Cape Cod that collect underwater garbage.
National news.
And Mashpee TV was one of the first to film them. They had a lot of coverage before that, but we were one of the first to film them. And these ladies, you have to be, I believe it's 62 or older.
Yep.
They have to be able to swim a half mile in
they
30
have
minutes.
a swim test. It's a stringent ability to get into this group.
And I mean, they were not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday before, they were doing a show at the Mashpee Women's Club. They did their thing, and I think I don't know if the woman's the president, or I know that she's at least the founder or co-founder. She's 84 years old.
It's amazing. Old ladies against underwater garbage, and they were just gifted $10,000 from the Drew Barrymore show.
Yeah, and they go around and they dive and pick up garbage and and they have this whole team of ladies, and they have kayaks and. They load these kayaks up with garbage. And
you have no excuse not to leave your house and get up and do something. That is exactly what we're asking. That's the price of admission at our Clam Jam, by the way. 1 piece of beach trash.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. Pick it up, everybody. You have no reason to be a slob right now. Take care of our environment, please. Good morning, Miss Victoria. That is a woman right there who puts her money where her mouth is. When it's time to volunteer or jump in for a program, Victoria always says yes. And I thank you very much for all of the hard work that you're doing here in our town and for our youth and for our female leadership to be. Thank you very much, Miss Victoria. She runs some programs out of our Mashpee Rec department for girls empowerment. So I love it.
And by the way, tonight's conservation meeting, because we have early voting in town hall, they can't have meetings in the Wacoit meeting room.
Okay.
So they're at the library tonight.
All right.
And there'll be live people there, but it won't be shown live. We'll tape it for broadcast in the next couple of days.
Okay.
But it won't be live. But if you're looking for the conservation meeting, don't look for it on TV. But if you're
it'd be nice to have a butt in a seat.
Yeah.
Come and watch it.
Well, if you have a hearing or something, don't go to town hall. go to the library. Because that's happened before.
I'm sure they'll put signs up outside, maybe.
Oh, yeah. And it's on their agenda and everything. But yeah, for the this week and next week, there, except for town meeting the other night, there are no live broadcasts of meetings from town hall because of the early voting.
Okay.
And they don't want to have to take the room down every night and put it back up.
Right.
And, and for the security.
So for our 3 voting polls, where are they?
I don't know,
We got at
the town hall,
yeah.
senior center.
Senior center is where I'm at now. And then where's the other one?
Oh, town hall, senior center. I forgot the third.
Right? If you know, then you should. I mean, we changed it just last year, so this is all new
It's
for
no
us.
longer at the school.
Yeah,
What's
which
the
I think is good. I mean, it was kind of weird going and losing a day of school and being interruptive and when we were voting at the schools.
Why? Were you still going to school and voting at the same time?
No. No, I had to deal with my kids. What's up, Liz? Thanks for joining us on the show. We're live at Mashpee TV. Chris Ball. I am Stephanie. We welcome you here. I saw that there was, speaking of old ladies and underwater garbage, there's also a club for the metal detector people.
That's pretty cool. They find some neat stuff. And a lot of times people will call them up and say, hey, I lost a ring on South Cape Beach or where.
They'll amass and go and look for them. Well, this one particular group of metal detector friends found a treasure in England.
Was that part of the that like hunt they had or something? There was.
I don't know whether it was like part of that or what.
Or was that the Viking one?
Though they found like 1,000-year-old Norman coins.
Yeah, that was the Viking one.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I forgot how many. It was 2,584 coins, 1,000 years old, worth $5.6 million. Like this is what's going to make more people go out and buy metal detectors, thinking they can find these buried treasures. I'm sure this is pretty much a once in a lifetime score. I don't exactly know how that's going to be divvied up or what they're going to do with the preservation of that, but someone's going to want the money for that. $5.6 million of those coins. Kind of cool. At least that was a reason to get out there metal detecting.
It's driving me crazy as to where we
Oh,
can
where
go.
the third voting place was? Sorry, Chris. I sent him on a rabbit hole. It happens.
I should know it.
Good morning, Miss Jamie Price. We've got a lot going on at 1180 and events galore. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, we'll be in the Mashpee Commons. We have the Halloween party and dress up your dogs, dress up your kids. We've got a parade for the kids. We've got a pet costume contest. That's always so fun. Ashley from Hot Diggity will be there as the judge. I'll be playing some tunes and trick-or-treating throughout the Commons.
You should know where the third voting place is.
Why?
You spend every Sunday right across the street from
Is it the library?
It's the library.
Okay. I was like, wait, where is that other public place?
It's the library.
The library, just in case you're wondering. Library, town hall, and then our council on aging.
Yeah, senior center.
Senior center, that's
council,
where I'll be.
I guess council of age is the official term. Speaking of the 17th, you talked about, that's a Sunday, right?
Yep.
That is Veterans Day in celebration at Gillette Stadium.
Oh.
And I'm lost for a second, but Megan, who's on the board of directors of Heroes in Transition, who met her husband in Afghanistan in the Army.
It's such a beautiful story.
And her husband's no longer with us, but he is one of the 24 honorees that are going to be honored that day.
Very cool.
At the Patriots game. And she's very, very excited about it. And, I guess she's telling me that she's on the field before the game. They do a presentation at halftime. They get to hold the flag, et cetera, et cetera. So it's really a huge thing.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
So, theirs is a very...
We do have a TV in the Container Bar at Knockabout, just in case you want to watch that in the background. You can check out those fun, cool, wonderful ways to honor our veterans that way. And then and then listen to the band because the Pats probably are not going to be entertaining us. It's a tough season. It's a tough season.
Well, I've had my tickets for, I want to say around 40 years.
Are you gifting them this year, left and right?
And yeah.
Donation, tax write-off. Donation.
Well, when I started going, it was, Schaefer Stadium. And, I used to have to, get people to go with me. I said, okay, it's not going to cost you anything and I'll buy the beer. And they, all right, I'll go.
Really?
Oh yeah, because we were terrible. And now it's back to, with my knees and everything, I have some problems with my knees to walk in. And the big thing is to sit for 3 hours. with my legs
Yeah,
bent.
those seats are not exactly nice and comfy. I'll tell you that right now. Good morning, Miss Jasara. Love you. Thanks for checking in.
But I'm going to have to want to really go to a
Right.
game.
It's gonna be a serious happening. Something good. Maybe next year.
So anyway, the nieces, nephews, brothers,
Well, that's
they're
cool.
enjoying it.
I mean, that's a gift.
Yeah. So it's, they're enjoying it. And, my big thing is, hey, if you have young kids, you want to go, here, take some tickets.
Yeah, you can give an experience to somebody because that's something that they'll remember for their lifetime, for sure. I definitely remember the baseball games with my dad, although my dad never was allowing me to go to a hockey game or a football game because girls weren't allowed.
Oh, I thought you was afraid you were going to jump on the ice and start fighting.
No, that too. They did call me Animal when I played basketball. That's a story for another day. But
All right, well, once we get off the air, you can. I'm
Tammy
going to push
Candace,
away.
tell your dad thank
I'm
you.
going to get a little further away.
It was just a little aggressive, okay? Just a little. I couldn't help it. I'm a competitor. I can't help it. It's just what I do.
So where are we on the Christmas parade?
So we have to schedule a meeting. We look good though. We got our permitting done. We're really excited for the season of illumination, and it's a winter wonderland out there. I believe that we are soliciting for people that want to be part of the parade. So you can just go to the Mashpee Chamber of Commerce website and get signed up right there. And I will definitely have a better update for you next week.
Because I know that, I'm going to say about a month ago, the letter went out for sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
And Mashpee Pops, which I'm part of, we are one of the sponsors every year.
Thank you very much. Wonderful.
And so I'm imagining that, that's out there, but I got to believe that there's room for more. I don't think they shut off sponsors.
No, 100%. This is really quite a magical parade. It's the only nighttime parade in Southeast New England. So it's really a beautiful event that we have put together here in Mashpee. And if you've never seen it before, I encourage you to plan on taking the day and come, because not only is it going to be the parade, but we have a whole full day of a celebration going on in Mashpee Commons that day, with all kinds of daytime activities as well. So it rolls right into the evening.
And don't forget that, the Friday after Thanksgiving, the chamber lights up the Rotary.
It's
which
so
is all,
beautiful.
It's all possible that I was part of one of the originators of when we started doing the Rotary. And then, we passed it on as it basically as our demographic of volunteers got older, because it was a pretty tough event. The town thankfully said, hey, give us the lights and everything, we'll take it over. And the town's doing a great job.
Yeah. Serafina says, once upon a time, people would wear paper bags on their heads before going to Pats games. I think we should bring that back. What's up, Sam? Thanks for joining us.
I still have mine.
See? It's nostalgia. We're going to dig that out of the Museum of the Patriots folklore.
I have Adam Vinatieri's old locker from the old stadium.
Seriously?
I'm dead serious. I have it in my house.
Only thing I have is an Aaron Hernandez jersey. I don't know why I still have that. I really liked him.
It goes back to you people.
I really liked him. Yeah, right? It's back to my animal taste. Takes one to know one. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I'm going to go sit over there.
Right? I literally looked at my closet. I was like, ugh. I put it back in the back of the closet. I put my Veterans Day. I've got somebody bought me a really nice Patriots Veterans sweatshirt.
Oh, they're great. And every year every year they change a little
A
bit.
little bit, yeah, a couple of modifications, but I have the first year that they released them. I have that one. That was awesome. My husband went to 47 stores to get it because he waited till the last minute. And we had just happened to be in Nashville at that point in time. So I was hot as hell. And then we lost. It was terrible.
Well, you know what? You're gonna
At
have a
least this
little. You're
time-
gonna have a little deja vu.
At least this time I know I'm going in for a loss. It'll be a surprise if we win. And half of New England will be down there. There is a Pats group that is going down to Nashville. There's 150 Pats fans that are doing this tailgate. I think it's now up to almost 300.
Wow.
That started out as 150, and then everybody heard that they were going, and now they all signed up for this. So it's a giant tailgate of New England. It's basically going to be New England there.
Well, that's like, Miami. Miami has so few season ticket holders
Yeah.
that you can always get tickets to Miami, and their prices were like half of what they were at Gillette, just because
Exactly.
they're trying to get people there. And quite often you had a bigger Patriots crowd than you had Miami
Yeah.
crowd. Of course, even when we were really good, every time we seemed to go to Miami, we lost.
Yeah, Miami. Once again, you and I bonded over the fact that it's not our favorite place.
No.
It's just not. And I was laughing because I was coming back from Miami, sitting next to a lady hockey player. And she was just like, yeah,
You didn't
not a
slap
fan.
her or anything, did you?
No. She definitely would have kicked my rear end. Absolutely. There's no question about that. But they were all coming back from the Taylor Swift show. So
Oh, right,
all of
that was that-
Massachusetts went down to Taylor Swift. They're like, are you here for Taylor Swift? I'm like, no, but I should have been. I would have
South
liked to have
Beach.
gone.
South Beach must have been crazy.
It was insane. Absolute insanity. Everything was booked. It was full. And there was no hurricane. So we were lucky there. Hello, Mr. Hank, all the way from Florida. How are you enjoying your very warm vacation? I know you've been eating all of the grouper in Florida for sure. Lenore, Jackie, what's up? Jay Marie, hello. Welcome to the show.
Is that J. Marie Stevenson?
Mhm. Talk
Good
about somebody
morning.
that does a lot for our town.
She's everywhere.
Everywhere, doing amazing things.
She's everywhere.
I've had one small chance to chat with Jay Marie on my show, and I would love to have you back to talk about all the things that you do for our amazing town, which I appreciate you for.
Hey, Hank, by the way, this seat is comfortable.
Well, you better watch out, Hank. Well, you and I are in talks to do more with Mashpee TV, and I think that we should do a weekly update of what's going on in town.
I think we should do something.
Yeah.
And, and there's certainly enough going around. And if not, we can make it up.
Chris and Stephanie's Variety Hour. Come on, bring them in.
There's enough people and everything else, and there's enough going on, and there's a lot going on year round, especially with our clean waters, affordable housing. We just had the Leclerc Village open up. Who'd be good to have Mary come in.
I adore Mary Leclerc. If you've not seen her bopping around town, or you've not received a piece of rose quartz from Mary Leclerc, you're not doing it right. Get out there and find her, because it's not hard. She's at every community event.
Mary lived across the street from me
Everyone.
for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, Mary, when I first met Mary, she was where Asia now was a bank.
Yep.
The Barnstable County National Bank. So I started working as a busboy. I would put my money in there, turned to be 16 and a half. I'm going to buy my first truck. I go in, I said, Mary,
With our little booklets.
I want my money. I'm going to go buy a truck. And she goes, you can't have it. I go, what do you mean I can't have it? I'll freaking jump over
It's
this
my
counter.
money.
I'm going to jump over this counter and take it, right? She goes, you need to build up a credit, young man. I'm going to give you a passbook loan, which means I'm borrowing the money against your account.
Yep.
So you can build up credit. And that's what we did.
Seriously, that is something we're lacking, is financial literacy for our kids. And that's impressive that she was just, nope, this is how you're going to do it. This is how you're going to learn and get better.
Well, the funniest part, then she says to me, you've got to get your own credit card. She goes, so you go down to Puritan Clothing. This is when they were just on Main Street.
Yeah.
See Mr. Penn. This was the father.
Yeah.
I go in and sit there. I'm 17 now. And she says, young man. And he's looking at my application. He goes, young man. And this is Mr. Penn himself, the
Yeah.
owner. He's got the glasses down like this.
Yep.
Why would I give you a credit card? And you have no credit.
No credit.
I said, because Mary LeClaire said you would. You know Mary LeClaire? Without looking up a number, he reaches out and the old rotary phone. Oh, Mary? Okay. You have a credit card.
That's how it was done.
Yeah.
But you had the funds to back it up. So she knew it was that absolute verification now.
Yeah, but the other part of it was with Mary, if you failed, she'd cover it.
Right.
You know, I could tell you that there was, a homeless guy and lived in town forever. When he passed away, and Mary used to get a veterans check or something, some sort of check, and she'd dole out his money. And when he passed away, obviously he had no family and no funds. That his wife had died years before to pay for his funeral. Mary walked into Bobby Burns and said, "Okay,
that's a good place to start fundraising.
We got to bury so and so, right?
Pass the hat.
Pass the hat." That man got buried very nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once again, that's a great place to start for fundraising. The Irish wake.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Oh my gosh, she's such an amazing human being. And we have so many more stories like that about people in our town. And I'm sure you do from your town. And if you want to ever talk about it, please reach out to me. Shoot me an email, Stephanie@stephanieviva.com. And I'll send you a link and you can book a time to chat with us on the show, because we've got a lot of amazing people here on the Cape, not just within Mashpee, doing cool things. And we want to hear about them. So definitely reach out to us and book a slot on the show. Here at Mashpee TV, we appreciate your time today. Chris Ball, Justin, and the rest of the staff. Give them all a shout out once again, because I know there are more.
Melissa, Mike, we've got Becky, who lives over at Life, who started as a volunteer.
She's awesome.
She's the one that did that draft that I sent you on the 0.5K. That was Becky who did that.
She's great.
And we have fun.
Yeah, I bopped into her at a chamber meeting because we've got some good ones coming up, including Friday. We've got an all Cape Cod chamber meeting that is happening over at Cape Cod Coffee here in Mashpee. So if you're looking to get involved, there's no shortage of places to do so. Cape Cod Christmas Market is coming up shortly. I know you're going to want to be around for the magic. Let me just tell you, we have our elves getting ready, and it is a serious decoration mode right now.
We got to do a PSA on that.
Yes, please. All right, I will talk to you tomorrow on the show. Mike DiMaggio is joining us, and he is opening up his new studio.
We just did a segment with them. I was at the center Saturday and Sunday.
Amazing.
Filming, and they do a class on the lawn on Friday morning out front, so we'll be there. But Justin has that draft all ready to go. He's just waiting for me to turn B-roll over to him.
Yeah, so if
we had Mike Embry here.
If you want to see it, definitely go to Mashpee TV, like and subscribe to them on YouTube. You can watch them in HD on 1072. And if it's not coming in, you just need an upgrade on your box, and you can call that by 1-800-COMCAST. Have a great day, everybody. Cheers. Bye to our friends in Macedonia. Have a great day, everybody. The class on the lawn kicks my butt, Sam says. Bye, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.
Somebody looking great. Jackie Frank. You know Jackie?
Yeah, she's crazy. Yes.
Oh, crazy. Wacky Jackie.
Wacky Jackie is right.
She worked for me on the steam ship.
Oh, my God. Right. My back, my this, my that.
Many, many years ago.
Yeah. Wacky Jackie. That's perfect. It is. High five to you. An hour.
How'd we do?
Good. Great.
Good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. See, it wasn't that hard.
Oh, you make it easy because you keep talking. Maybe I talked too much. You didn't get to recognize enough people.
No. We saw a lot of people check it out. Oh, good. Mike DiMaggio saw a shout out, so that's good. Good. I wish them well. Yeah, Bree came over and did a commercial with me yesterday.
And we did we did one of the Mashpee updates with them last
Oh,
week.
perfect.
I'm waiting for Bree to get over a slide, because they don't even have their website set
I
up
know.
yet.
I know.
And like, get us, even if you don't have, if you know the address, just give it to us. So I can put it
Exactly.
in there, because, and just put a slide